welcome back to Crypto with Lily. Thank you so much for making the time to join me today as well and to talk about that we both love, which is crypto. Now, remember before I start talking about today's video that this is not financial advice. This video is only made with an entertainment purpose, right? So with that out of the way, let's dive into today's project. Now, today's project is actually a pretty interesting one, that it's part of a metaverse that maybe it is going to be familiar to some of you, because this and by this I mean today's project, it's the second game of this metaverse. So the name of the metaverse is Space Guild, and their first game is Wars India. So once again, maybe you guys are familiar with the metaverse or with the first game. Now, today's game is called Eternal Brawl. I really hope that I pronounced that correctly. So Eternal Brawl, which is a pretty interesting one, because it is a card game that is going to be combining blockchain technology, NFTs, play to earn cryptocurrency, and also it is a game that from my perspective is going to be interesting to a wider audience, since the main characters are coming from different cultures and from different times, right? So different times in history. So I think that will make the game, or the card game, even more interesting to lots of people, because once again it's kind of like a multicultural one. So they are trying to embrace characteristics, or those characteristics into the main characters from different part of the world, right? So now the characters, of course, they are going to be having unique skills, and we're going to be talking about that later on today's video. Now, one thing before we start, today's project has ton of information, which is a great thing, but unfortunately we are not going to have time to discuss all of it, or to go through all of it in just a video. So my suggestion, as always, is that you guys please do not forget to DOR, and remember once again that these videos are my perspective, my point of view when taking a look at a video, but maybe the way you do your DOR, it's going to be completely different to the way I do it. So please do not forget to leave me your comment down below, because I would love to know maybe if you saw something that I forgot to mention, or if you find something that you may find interesting that maybe is not that way for me, right? So as always, I appreciate your comments, because feedback is extremely important, right? I highly appreciate that as well. So let's go to the website. Now, the website, firstly, when you enter the website, there is going to be links to their social. So you got Discord, you got Twitter. Later on, we're going to be taking a look at Twitter, and they also have a link to Certic. Now, to have Certic as an auditor, you know that is definitely a plus. Oh, talking about plus, maybe you're going to hear me saying that, not only on this video but also on the ones that will be the coming ones. And remember that since this is not financial advice, what is a plus to me, it doesn't have to be a plus to you. It's just the way or the things that are relevant or important to me when I'm researching for a project, right? So once again, for me, they having a Certic audit, for sure, definitely it is a huge plus, right? Because once again, it doesn't mean that it's a safe one. I'm not saying that because a project has a Certic audit, it is a safe project. Rug pull can happen, right? But it is, and you know that if a project is going to have an auditor, to have a Certic audit is like having one of the best that they can have, right? So that's the reason why I'm saying that having a Certic audit, it is for sure a plus for them. Now, moving on. Oh, sorry, they also have here access to login, and it says welcome, join space pass for all Words India words. So remember that this is the second project of Words India. It is the first one. So please check your email to get your amazing space pass. That is, if you're already a member, I guess you will get your space pass, and you only need to like log in, email, and password, and it will be easier, the whole process for you. Maybe you will be getting some advantages because you're already part of their community, right? So this is the Celtic audit, as I mentioned before, and this is a little bit of information about what Eternal Brawl is, but I took a look at the white paper, and I'd rather if we read a little bit about it, which once again is super detailed and super informative, so no time to go through all of it. Now first we have a Space Guild, which is the metaverse. So this is going to be also part of your homework, something that you guys have to research by yourself. So they talk a little bit about what is Space Guild, ton of information here, Space Guild details, Space Guild platform, the game overview, need for decentralized gaming, the vision, market opportunity, tons of things. After that, they have the play to earn games, and the first one, Words India. So what is Words India? Why? When? How can I play? Where can I play? And also the links to their socials. Now, moving on, we have Eternal Brawl, which is the one that we're going to be focusing today. And here I'm going to be doing a little bit of reading, okay? So it says, Eternal Brawl has been added to Viking Shield Trust's expanding library of play-to-earn games, available through our Guild Fund system. Now, it is the first web3 game that integrates play-to-earn GameFi and competitive card brawl. The biggest feature of the game is a collection of famous characters from mythological history all around the world. As I mentioned before, remember that I said at the beginning of the video that maybe that will be one of those key features that people may find very interesting, right? They are mentioning this in more details here. And here are some of the name of the characters that you're going to be finding in this card game, which are Odin, Elon Musk, and Martin Luther King, right? So once again, very multicultural, very pretty interesting, since these are characters from different or people from different times in history. Now, the characters and cards are indeed all well-known historical individuals, but the most telling details are the abilities of each character. So each one of them are going to have unique skills that corresponds to the historical character persona, activities, strength, weakness, manner of death, and historical events that they took part in. Now, no matter which country the players are, they can find heroes in their own culture in Eternal Brawl. Right? Now, each hero has special skills and sound effects that fit their historical background, and they are all special NFTs. Remember that I mentioned before that this card game is going to be combining also NFTs and playing to earn, right? So, which on parallel value, Eternal Brawl supports up to 8 players in the game. Players have different identities: kings, knights, rebels, and carrierists. Sorry, no idea how to pronounce that. Carrierists, I guess. Players can choose their favorite hero to fight and skillfully use the hero's identity and skill advantages to help them win huge rewards. Now, the original culture with multiplayer competition helps the cultural exchange of different countries and can be welcomed in any country, so Eternal Brawl has huge market potential, right? So they saw that, which I think once again is very smart from their side, as something that they can use on their advantages, right? They are making a game that, once again, have been using this word a lot during the video, but it's a more multicultural one, right? Embracing people from all different cultures and backgrounds. Now, they have a little bit of game details. It's a play to earn game, so it pretty much kind of the same that we have discussed already, and you can go through all of it in more detail once you decided later on after watching the video. Do your own research, right? So a little bit of background history, competitive advantages, play role summary, heroes. Now, this is something that I would like to mention, just quickly go through it, and it's the summoning stone. Now let's take a little bit. Let's do a little bit of reading here as well for you guys know where a summoning or what the summoning stone is. Now, for the better gaming experience and greater advantage of winning, players must purchase an in-game asset called the summoning stone, which can be viewed and sold directly at OpenSea after successfully mint, right? So this is an asset that you have, a game asset that you have, that later on after you mint it, you will get the chance to directly sell it at OpenSea. Now, summoning stones can be used to summon rare heroes, legendary skins, and unique Zodiac pets. We're going to be talking a little bit about the Zodiac pets in just a few minutes. And Zodiacs have treasury hunting abilities, which means they will continue to provide you with incomes, right? Now, unique pet NFTs, which are the Zodiac heroes. Our pets are based on 12 Zodiac signs. Every pet is said to be unique and has its own unique attributes. They can not only participate in the game but also bring a space token benefits to the users, right? So that's really interesting as well. Later on, we got the tokenomics, right? And we got a little bit about the project advantages. Remember that I said ton of information, ton of things that you guys have to go through when taking a look at the project. Now, they explain why they choose Ethereum, why the project's going to be based on Ethereum blockchain. They have a conclusion, talking a little bit about their vision and their mission. Now, Space Guild team, about them, so a little bit of information about who they are, their official links, and then the support. So let's go back to the beginning. Now, the game, let me make a summary, because you know that I like to make a summary at the end of the video. This game is the second game of a Space Guild Metaverse. It's going to be a card game that is going to be combining blockchain technology, NFTs, and play to earn. Pretty unique, because it's going to be not only unique because the characters are going to have a special skills, but also because they are going to be portraying real people or real individuals that took part or were part of different part of our history, right? Of the history that we know. Now, take a look at it. Once again, I think that is a pretty interesting one, but this is not financial advice, but maybe it is the cup of tea. It is your cup of tea, right? So take a look at it. Remember to make the time to do your research. Remember that this is not financial advice. And well, that's gonna be it for today. Eternal Brawl. I'm going to be leaving the links to all their socials on the description box below, and do not forget to leave me your comment as well. So thank you very much. Once again, have a lovely day, and thank you for tuning in. Bye bye.